Hello, 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 hello. How are you? This is Elsa coming from Bemis Crafty Corner. Today we're going to be doing this. So this is a pocket with a pocket made from a paper bag, and it's embossed. So we're going to be doing that real quick. This is a beginner's level project, and it does work as a make-ahead because, you know, if you only have one or two embossing folders, you could certainly emboss a bunch of these bags and fold them up and get them started, and then worry about decorating them later. So this could be a make-ahead as well. So I'm going to get out some supplies, and I will be right back. All right, so something to emboss with. Some of those embossing folders that we all have that we don't use for hardly anything. Get those out. We'll use that one. Paper bag. Now this one is actually called a mini sack, and you get these at the craft store. I got these at Hobby Lobby. There's 16 in here for $1.99. It's a pretty decent sized little pack. Paper trimmer, glue, and if you want to color the embossing, then whatever ink you're going to use. I would say leave that until you're ready to decorate it, though, if you're making these ahead, because that will allow you to do whatever color you want. Okay, so first things first is let me get this over here real quick. So the first thing we're going to be doing is taking our paper bag and folding this down, because we want to cut that off right there. Now, I've tried this 20 different ways, and I have to be honest, just taking the bottom off is probably the easiest way of doing this, okay? So just take off the bottom. Let's make sure we've got that nice and straight, now that we've got the bulk out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and get started with the embossing. So I will be right back, and we'll get that all set up. Alright, so there's two sides to an embossing folder when you open it up. One side that sticks up and one side that is like indented. Okay? The indented part is the top. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. And embossing doesn't go all the way to the top to the fold, so I'm going to make sure that I keep this down a little bit. Okay. Now, depending, excuse me, depending upon how thick your piece is, you may want to shim this, okay? Or you may want to use a water technique where you spray it with water. I don't like the water technique for this because it tends to cause the paper to roll. So we're going to put this into our machine and we're going to run it through. Now, my machine makes horribly rude noises. So if it makes rude noises, I apologize. Yeah, there it is. Rude noise. Alright. And I'm going to run this twice, because this is the Texture Boutique and not, you know, my die cutting machine. So the tension on this tends to be a little less. There we go. All right, open this up. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And there is my embossed piece. Now I'm going to be folding this up about 1.5 inches to make my pocket. And so some of this is not going to have any embossing on it, but that's okay, because we're going to be decorating that part. Okay? So that's that part. When I come back, we're going to glue this and do the inking and stuff, and I'll be right back. Let's start with some gluing. First thing is, this is now like a big open tube. So the first thing we want to do is glue this down. Now you can use liquid glue, you can use stick glue, however you want to do it. Okay, we're going to glue that part down. And we're going to glue this one down. Okay. Inside, if you want, you could glue the top ends, like the top edge of those inside flaps. And that will keep that so that you only have one pocket in there. Okay? One pocket. Now, before I glue anything else, I'm just going to glue the bottom here shut. And then I'm going to do my inking. Now I'm going to use a brush for this, but you could certainly use a dauber if you wanted to. And the reason I'm going to use that is because this part's going to be folded up, so I'm going to start inking down here. And this is just light inking. Okay. And it's just to make that embossment kind of stand out a little bit. Okay, I just want to bring up the embossing. And then I'm going to go ahead and close my sides. And I'm going to let that dry, because if I start messing with it right now, it's going to probably pop open. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to work the rest of this. Alright, so this has dried, so now I'm just going to come in and ink my edges. If you want to put a finger pull on here, you could go ahead for that and do that if you want to. Right there. Just knock one in. So now we've got our pocket, and you can see we have our beautiful embossing, and it's all kind of brought up. And then we're just going to decorate it. Now, normally I wouldn't decorate because I don't know what this is going to be used for. But since I want to just show you, you know, I will decorate a little bit here. And so I'll just use stuff that, you know, that I keep around simply for doing this, because I won't use these things for anything else. So, a little ink, just because this has got a bit of a white edge. Okay. A little bit of glue. I guess it helps if I do put it on upside down. There we go. Right side up, right side up. Okay. And let's do bit of washi. Yeah, that tore, so I guess we'll just use it that way. All right, so that's it. So now I have a nice big pocket back here and a nice pocket in the front, and I can, you know, glue this on 3 sides and have like a little stuff, you know, yeah, you know. And this is why I don't like to do videos live. So we can glue this on 3 sides. We can have a tuck spot on this side. We can have a pocket at the top, pocket here, however we want to put this in. But if you're going to do this as a make-ahead, I would just stop without putting on any decoration. Okay? That's it. That's the whole project for today. So if you're new here, push the button for me and subscribe. Doesn't hurt, you know, quick and easy. Check out my community tab that tells you everything that I've got going on, what's coming up as far as videos and things. And what else? Check out my Facebook group. There's a link in the description box below. Until I see you again, my friends, stay cool, stay inside, stay hydrated, and above all, stay well. Love you guys. Bye-bye.